I'm at a huge, currently unused parking lot to rip my Rustler around and drift around corners. Now previously I've run it in a huge open field and large open sand areas, but it gets full of sand and grass slows it down. So I'm excited to see how it handles on all the concrete. It recently rained, so we're gonna have to just deal with the water. Hopefully it doesn't make the tires too slick when I run through it. That does look pretty epic though, with the water flying up behind it. I have 2 goals today, and that's pretty much just have fun and don't break the RC again. I've broken it way too much recently. And for the most part, there's a lot of open space, but these curbs could be a killer. Like that. And that. This suspension is really soft and it just soaks up the speed bumps so well. Maybe not. Let's try that again, going a little bit faster. There it goes. That was quite crooked. Oh, that noise is awful. Good thing there's skid plates. A new body is $60, and this one's already pretty well worn down. There we go. So if you just hit it mildly fast, the truck lands right side up instead of skidding on the top and making a terrible, terrible noise. Like that. Good thing this body is clipless. I probably would have lost all my clips by now doing that. The turning radius isn't that good, but I can make up for it by hitting the brakes and kind of drifting, which wears out the tires pretty fast. And you can see the parking lot's divided up into these sections here, so I can't just like whip the truck around the whole parking lot at once. There's a little bit of skill needed to avoid smashing into a curb. Oh, look at that torque. Oh yeah. I saw something fly off, but I think it was just a rock. Oh, did you see how the water like wrenched the truck over to the side? That water is powerful. Oh, it got so close to the curb. The brakes on this are really powerful. I don't even know how the brakes work because it just has an electric motor. That righted it. That servo gets really slow when it gets wet for some reason. And it's supposed to be water resistant. I think the whole body just popped out. How annoying that this keeps happening. Back in action. Well, after getting the truck all wet, I figured it's time to dry it off by running it hard in the grass. The grass comes all the way up to the chassis. She's struggling a little bit. That grass is even taller. Oh yeah. Oh, that sounded like the tire came unglued. You probably saw how they were ballooning like crazy. Let's not hit that car. Just hopped right over. There's a car coming. Luckily, I have a spare tire with me in the car in case one of them blows out, but it's only for the front. All right, I want to do a little bit of a range test, seeing how far the controller can reach out there. So there's the truck. Oh, it fell in something, I think. Oh, it was just a little sinkhole. I thought for a second maybe it was a puddle. That would have been bad. So now I'm a little bit closer. But by the time this controller runs out of range, you wouldn't be able to see the truck anymore. Imagine we hit the one obstacle here. Full throttle still that whole time. Crazy. I'm sure that zapped a ton of battery. There's a little bug in there. Okay, everything still seems good. The connectors, oddly, aren't even hot. This area has some patchier grass, which should be a little bit better for the truck, and it should rip a little faster with less resistance. Oh yeah. That's fun. Man, it still wants to flip over even in the grass. That is some crazy power. I'm running it on 3S, which is the max it can do. And she is just flying across the field. Don't want to get caught in those weeds. I've seen people strip hexes on their RCs, spinning the tires like this. I hope that doesn't happen to me. I think Traxxas's composite wheel rims are pretty strong. I've only replaced the tires on this once, and that was when I was running it on asphalt. That's why the rear tires are different, because I wanted the graphics tires on the rear. Unfortunately, if they did belted tires, they would be a lot stronger than the stock ones, but you wouldn't have as much control in the air because they wouldn't balloon. And since these are only 2.8-inch tires, that's not much room to steer the truck in the air. I think the battery's just gone flat. I'm pressing the throttle and it's not doing anything. Yep, battery's dead. Well, that was pretty fast, but understandably so with all that resistance. And none of this feels too hot. The day I got this truck, I drove it mostly on asphalt and the battery lasted for almost an hour. Full sending the truck on grass definitely chewed through the battery pretty fast, and I think I only got like 15 minutes of runtime out of it. So keep that in mind if you're out here with a 5,000 milliamp hour Traxxas LiPo like I have. I accomplished my two simple goals of having fun and not breaking the truck, although not breaking the truck hasn't been such a simple goal recently. Thank you all so much for watching. If you want to check out my merch, there's a link to that in the description, as well as a link to this RC truck and a few other cool things you're going to want to check out. You can click on this playlist to see me wreck this truck many times. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.